We are about to dive into a story so seismic, so jaw-dropping, that it could change the course of WWE history forever. I hope you're ready because this one is going to shake the ring ropes like never before. The wrestling world is on fire with rumors swirling that none other than the Beast Incarnate himself, Brock Lesnar, could be returning to WWE after an astonishing 629 days away. But he wouldn't be coming back for just any ordinary reason. Oh no. This return could see Brock Lesnar stepping back into the squared circle to rescue none other than Roman Reigns and CM Punk from the clutches of former advocate Paul Heyman and his New Power Alliance, with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Let's rewind and set the scene that has the entire WWE universe talking this week on WWE Raw, the battlefield that was WWE Raw. The red brand wasn't just another show that night. No, it was a battlefield. The tension was palpable in the air as the WWE Universe gathered for what promised to be an explosive night. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, stood tall at the center of the ring, his cold gaze cutting through the crowd. Beside him, CM Punk, the voice of the voiceless, stood ready for whatever confrontation lay ahead. They were prepared to confront Paul Heyman, the very man who had once been their guiding force, shaping their careers and helping them reach the pinnacle of WWE. Only to betray them when it suited his purposes. The energy in the arena was electric, thick with anticipation. Everyone knew something big was about to happen, but no one could have predicted the chaos that would unfold. The destruction of two titans. As Roman Reigns demanded answers from Heyman, the unthinkable happened. The lights flickered, casting eerie shadows over the arena. A nervous buzz filled the air. Then, without warning, the beastly roar of Braun Breaker's theme song echoed through the speakers. The arena seemed to tremble with his every step as he charged down the ramp like a freight train. In an instant, he collided with Roman Reigns, delivering a brutal spear that sent the tribal chief crashing through the announce table with such force that the ringside area erupted into chaos. The thunderous crash of shattered monitors and broken dreams reverberated through the arena, and 15,000 fans sat in stunned silence, their eyes wide with disbelief. Roman lay motionless, the wreckage of the table strewn across his broken body. The destruction was swift and ruthless, but CM Punk, never one to shy away from a fight, immediately launched himself into the fray. The Second City Saint fought valiantly, landing a vicious GTS on Seth Rollins that sent the arena into a frenzy. Yet, Breaker was relentless. With the fury of a man possessed, he charged again, delivering a devastating spear that sent Punk flying into the unforgiving steel steps. The brutal impact left Punk crumpled in a heap, the steel steps twisted beneath his body. The carnage was complete. Two of WWE's most iconic superstars left broken and humiliated in the middle of the ring. Above them, Paul Heyman stood with a sinister smirk on his face, watching the destruction unfold. As Rollins and Breaker raised their fists high, a chilling symbol of their new alliance under Heyman's command, the WWE Universe was left in stunned silence. The whispers of Brock Lesnar's return. As Raw went off the air, the whispers started. Rumors began circulating faster than wildfire. Could Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, be returning to WWE? The man who had terrorized the ring, the one who had stood tall in the face of legends, might be the very one to rescue Roman Reigns and CM Punk from total annihilation. To understand the gravity of this possibility, we have to look back through the annals of wrestling history. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar share a bond that goes beyond the business. It's a connection built on mutual respect, raw power, and a shared desire for dominance. Their partnership began in 2002, when a young, unstoppable Lesnar made his debut in WWE. Under Heyman's guidance, Lesnar became an unstoppable force, a juggernaut in the ring, with a presence that was unmatched. In 2002, Brock Lesnar made history when he defeated The Rock at SummerSlam to become the youngest WWE champion in history, a record that would stand for years as a testament to their partnership. They were a perfect storm. Lesnar's athleticism and brute force, coupled with Heyman's silver tongue and strategic mind, created an unbeatable duo. Their bond was tested when Lesnar left WWE in 2004 to pursue a career in UFC, but the call of WWE was too strong. In 2012, Lesnar returned to WWE, and the magic between the two men was reignited. Together, they conquered legends, left their mark on the company, and made history. Lesnar demolished John Cena at SummerSlam 2014 in one of the most one-sided beatdowns in WWE history. And of course, they ended The Undertaker's sacred, undefeated streak at WrestleMania, a feat that no one had ever thought possible. But, as with all things in WWE, even the mightiest alliances can crumble. After Lesnar lost the WWE Championship to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 36, his contract quietly expired, and Lesnar vanished from WWE television. Heyman, ever the opportunist, made a shocking pivot, aligning himself with Roman Reigns. Together, they formed a new era of dominance, rebranding Reigns as the Tribal Chief. The betrayal stung Lesnar deeply. It was a wound that wouldn't heal easily. The betrayal and Lesnar's silence. When Lesnar returned to WWE in 2021, the betrayal boiled over. A brutal, bloody feud ensued between Lesnar and Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman awkwardly stuck in the middle, playing both sides. The conflict was intense, with each man vying for supremacy, but in the end, Lesnar's last WWE appearance came at SummerSlam 2023 in a brutal last-man-standing match against Reigns. Lesnar lost the battle, and once again he disappeared from WWE television. A staggering 629 days of silence followed. But why has Brock Lesnar stayed away for so long? In January 2024, a lawsuit filed by former WWE employee Janelle Grant dropped a legal bombshell that rocked the wrestling world. The lawsuit named Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and WWE in connection with a sex trafficking and coercion scandal. Though Brock Lesnar's name was never directly implicated, the details of the lawsuit hinted at his involvement through compromising text messages linked to McMahon. WWE acted swiftly, distancing itself from Lesnar. He was pulled from the 2024 Royal Rumble, and any possibility of him returning seemed to fade into the distance. But in the world of professional wrestling, comebacks and redemption arcs are a constant. Brock Lesnar, like many before him, could have a chance at redemption if the legal dust settles and if WWE is willing to weather the inevitable backlash. The stage is set. Brock Lesnar's legendary return. Fast forward to the next week on Raw. Paul Heyman's faction continues to run rampant, with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker wreaking havoc on Roman Reigns and CM Punk. The two fallen titans are mocked by their attackers as Heyman laughs from ringside, his sinister grin never leaving his face. The WWE Universe is restless, boiling with anger, desperate for a miracle. And then, the impossible happens. The familiar bone-rattling opening beats of Brock Lesnar's theme song thunder through the arena. The crowd erupts in a deafening roar. 15,000 fans rise to their feet, screaming at the top of their lungs as the Beast Incarnate charges to the ring like a locomotive out of hell. The ring trembles as Lesnar explodes into action. In a split second, he delivers an F5 to Braun Breaker, launching the powerhouse across the canvas like a rag doll. Breaker crashes into the mat with a sickening thud. Lesnar doesn't stop there. He scoops up Seth Rollins and drives him into the mat with another devastating F5. The ring shakes with the impact, the crowd goes wild, and Paul Heyman stands frozen in terror, his face draining of color as he realizes that the monster he created has returned for revenge. Lesnar locks eyes with Roman Reigns and CM Punk, offering a rare nod of respect. Together, the three titans stand tall over the broken remains of Heyman's empire. A new alliance is born out of necessity and vengeance, setting the stage for a war unlike anything WWE has ever seen. The war to end all wars. Survivor Series. Imagine it now. Survivor Series. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar, the ultimate dream team, face off against Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and a mystery fourth member handpicked by Paul Heyman. The possibilities are endless. The matches would be legendary, the drama off the charts. But make no mistake, Lesnar's return would not be without controversy. Some fans would cheer, others would demand accountability. The wrestling world would be torn apart as the debate rages on. Should WWE bring back Lesnar, given the unresolved lawsuit? Some would see it as redemption. Others would view it as a betrayal of values. But one thing is certain, everyone would be watching. Ratings would skyrocket, pay-per-view buys would explode, and merchandise would fly off the shelves. Brock Lesnar returning to rescue Roman Reigns and CM Punk from Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, and Braun Breaker would not just be a storyline, It would be an earthquake, shaking the very foundation of WWE's future.